Guys, I'm here today talking to you because it is time to cancel the word niche or niche, whatever the fuck it's called. I am so passionate about this because this word, especially when you see it in the spiritual community, people kind of just talking about it. People are like, oh, we don't need to be in a box, like blah, blah, blah. And I agree with parts of this because, yeah, fuck the word niche because it has like a base connotation of limitation and narrowing down. And I don't think that's the case. So I'm about to get into why we don't call it the niche or niche around here, why we call it the focus or specialization, why this is the path that actually is going to light you up the most. And the more specialized you get, the more that you're actually going to pop off and the more that you can communicate it to your audiences. So I see so many people online, I've even had friends of mine who will post about fuck the niche, I don't need to box myself. And there's some truth. There's some truth. And you're still a multidimensional human. And I'm, again, here to cancel it. But actually going down this similar path to the niche, but what I like to call the focus or specialization, is actually you focusing on the juice that you are meant to serve. This is all intuitively led. And I'm going to tell you guys in a little bit, my story with this and how this came to be for me, how I specialized, and now how I'm feeling led to call others into specialization. But, I'm fired up. But this path, if you're in your business and you're not making the income and filling the spots you're meant to, it's because the universe doesn't have you tapped into your flow because you haven't gone to where you're supposed to be. And where you're supposed to be is focusing on the thing that lights you up the absolute most and cutting out the rest. That's the key to scaling. And there's many reasons for this because it's like a general doctor versus a specialist doctor. You're going to be paid way better when you specialize because you have a really specific tool set that you're meant to share. So alas, let's get more into this whole thing and what it means, again, to focus and specialize. I'm going to start with my story. So I started my business with general intuitive readings. Some of you have been here from the start. Some of you are newer, and I can't wait to tell you a bit more about my story. I actually started my business by leaping out of my corporate job without a plan, just knowing that I was meant to started making money for that, was doing general readings, but I literally could not get over $1,000 per month, no matter how hard I tried, for over a year. It was actually a really wild time in my life. I kind of gloss over it, but I'm I really was going through the mud. I didn't have outside income sources. I lived on credit cards because I was just the universe was boom, slingshot me into where I am. And I knew that if I tried to get other jobs, the universe would rip them out. And I've seen other of you go through this type of experience. So I was okay, I have to figure this out. And this time period really crunched me into the person that I am today because I had to figure it out. There was no other way. So again, I was doing general intuitive readings. I was pulling teeth for clients. I was literally being hit on by some of my readers, male and female. Both male and female. I was feeling very I wanted to share my magic and I was feeling disrespected. I wasn't making a lot of money. People were bargaining for me, to have my readings. And I'm no, this is my worth. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I finally started listening to the nudges. I had mentorship during this time and I decided to finally surrender because I was starting to be guided to the fact that I probably had a particular soulmate client that I was being drawn to. And so I ignored it for quite a while. I finally decided to surrender, called in my guides, my spirit guides, all the things, and got really fucking clear on who I was supposed to serve. It hit me like a bolt of lightning. And it scared the fuck out of me, quite frankly. I had such a robust transformation with money in that year or so doing intuitive readings. I literally could not vision myself making money for this. So the fact that I was making money, whether it was $1,000 a month or more, was amazing to me. So I had this crazy transformation, started leading people and healers and light workers into their businesses, or at least mostly out of their corporate jobs. This is when I started having a lot of synchronicities in my business. I made my first multi-$1,000 month. And then when I really sunk in and let go of my readings, I had a pullback in income for a minute, but then I started booking out my one-on-one in my group. I started making 5K months. And from there, again, I was feeling tapped in, but I was noticing that I was almost feeling like I was competing with other business mentors. like almost, I would actually even see people who had been at my page on other people's pages. And it just felt like I was kind of like swimming in this where I'm like, oh shit, like how do I differentiate myself? Bing, 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 bing. Here's the key. So this is where specialization comes in, because you're meant to create your own playing field. And this is what I did. And this is what blasted me into my rocket launch era in my business, my 20K, 40K month beyond era. So when I got really clear on what my unique magic was as a intuitive-led business mentor, which is leading people to soulmate clients, that is when my business was like, phew, because I started playing in my own playing field. I've started becoming, first of all, I'm in my zone of genius. I stopped playing in the games of others. Excuse me. Because first of all, we're not competing against each other. And even though I knew that then, it just did feel like, oh shit, like I got to differentiate myself. I'm coughing, but I do not want to stop this flow. So I've been continuing to cough and try to get this out. But anyway, so the minute I differentiated myself, I got a lot less objections. I've created longevity in my business. I get paid even better. I have people who are a lot more willing to pay me without like being, kind of like pushing back or just being like, oh, I don't know, like not feeling the yet, because it's more clear to them the outcome of what's going to happen when they work with me. Of course, part of this is going further along in your business, and there's some nuances here with messaging, marketing, but when I got specialized, things really just like clicked into place. And so circling back around to the start of this, like this is why I say fuck the niche, because this has lit me up more. The more I go along, the more clear I get, the more that I let go of, the more that I'm lit up. And you guys have maybe seen me post a video, and I'm going to talk about it again, but like, you're on the right path when your armpits are sweaty and your nipples are a little hard when you go to do your work because you're that excited. Like, guys, this is when I look back and I was avoiding niching down, whatever we want to call it here, when I was avoiding my focus, I thought that it would limit me. I thought it would box me. I thought it would like cut off my supply. No, this made me more magnetic, more lit up. It's made me more money. It's brought in more clients. And not only has it just brought in clients, it's brought in the most incredible clients that literally feel like soul family. Like, it's actually insane. Sometimes when I wake up and I'm like, I get to talk to these people all day. So many badasses jumping into the space. So this is the path that's going to light you up, create longevity, all the things. And this is the thing going into 2025 and beyond. Like, this is the way. Today is Pluto jumping into Aquarius. Like, there's no coincidences that I'm feeling so lit up about this today, because all of these amazing healers and light workers are coming online. Not everyone can be generalists. There are so many generalists out here. We need more specialists. Think about it like a hospital. If we had all general doctors, the hospital wouldn't work. We need the neurosurgeons. We need the heart surgeons. We need the spine surgeons. We need the people who are really specialized. And so this isn't going to all work if we're all just trying to play it safe and be generalists. That's the key here. So, guys, I love you so much. And if you have felt some of these sentiments around specialization, I'm so with you. And if you've been feeling the pings around specialization, I am hosting a workshop on Monday about this. It's going to be fucking epic. God, I am so lit up about this. I'm literally about to go like walk a few miles after this. So I love you all so much. I'm going to see some of you in the workshop, because I know some of you listening to this are already enrolled. It's going to be epic. It's literally $37 for information that 40x'd my business and beyond. So I love you guys so much. See you on Monday.